Everyone, Mythic here, and welcome back to another video on Lucium Expanded Bolivar's Revolution. We're going to be taking a look at the Mapuche today, all their custom buildings, features, and we're also going to be taking a sneak peek of Brazil, because you guys voted for it. And remember, in the comment section, vote for which region you want to see next. We've only got maybe 2 more of these, maybe 3 coming out before the actual game does, so you guys want to be sure that you get your vote in so you can get some little previews. The Mapuche also have their very own custom soundtrack. So, we have new battle soundtracks, and we have campaign soundtracks. Either way, we're going to hop right into the campaign and take a look. Alright, so welcome to Mapuche territory. I'm not going to show you too much of this, mainly because you guys chose Brazil, but the Mapuche territory and the Amazon are off limits for voting, so we're only going to be looking at Republican territory. I do want to firstly mention something, however. There is not much, it is not easy to find information on the Mapuche. We know they were an indigenous group, and they still are an indigenous group in the south of the South American continent. Not much is known about them in this time period. We assume they're semi-nomadic. And with our imagery for the buildings, we have also made the jump that they had teepees. That probably cultural appropriation. We're very sorry. Not much we can do about it because we just don't know. There's not information. Also, it says Great Commander Montezuma down here. That's because they're built off the Aztecs. Don't worry, we're gonna change that. It's not gonna stay Montezuma, but as you can see, we have the campaign map models. We also, if we come to our buildings, have new pictures thanks to Frozen Stag and Tazamufaza. I believe they both worked on the pictures. We have all custom pictures for them. So we have 100% Raiders Lodge. This is your basic recruitment center. We have artillery, which is a captured artillery arsenal. So this will allow the Mapuche to use muskets and eventually cannons, stolen basically from the Europeans. We also have cross-tribal racing. This is for your horse stuff. We have navy, so shoreside fishing ports. We also have river trade, which is not an actual port, but it increases your tradable goods. And we also have our beautiful trading posts. So these are markets, but as you can see, I gotta say I love the pictures here. They might not be historically accurate, but they're great, beautiful pictures. We have cleared underpath. Now, you've seen all these. We haven't changed that. We have most of the same for these. One thing we do is we do have a supply depot, as well as when you come to the halls, we have local council, regional council, and council of tribes. Our custom buildings are being the shrines. So as you can see, we have small shrine and large public shrine. I believe these also give you a specific type of unit once you get later into the game. But anyway, let's get on to looking at them. Alright everyone, so welcome. So for our models, we are using the Apachean roster from Medieval 2, America's expansion. Yeah, that's lazy, but unfortunately there just aren't that many models for this, so that we really couldn't borrow any custom ones. So we are mostly using just straight up models from a base game. But we hope it's alright. So we have the Medicine Men, followed up by the Mapuche Scouts and the Great Spear Warriors. This is going to be a really elite unit. You want to make sure to keep these guys in the back of your head because these guys are good. We also have the Tribal World Leaders. This will be your General's Bodyguard. And we have Youth Hunters. This is the worst bow level you can get, followed up by Experienced Bowmen. We also have the Tribal Warriors. These guys are actually pretty good too. And then we have our first unit of gunners. This is the Mapuche Musketeers. This is a lower tier of gunner, but they do have a second tier. And we also have the best bow you can get, which would be the Chosen Bow Warriors. And over here we have Mapuche Riflemen. Now these guys are a really good unit actually, so they're going to be expensive because you have to take the guns basically, but they're a good unit. They're really strong. And we have our Mounted Tribal Warriors, which have the beautiful new light horses, as well as the Musket Cavalry. So these guys are basically your dragoons, but they're not dragoons. They're men with guns. So anyway, let's take a look at Brazil. Alright everyone, and welcome to Brazil. I have joined in as Portugal, and we're going to take a look at this area. So Brazil does not encompass the Amazon. We will not be going into the Amazon, however we will be looking at the areas around it. So, let's start over in the north. So here we have Forte Macapa, or Forte Macapa, which is Portuguese for fort as opposed to the Spanish fuerte. You'll notice that we named forts Fuerte and Forte because forts are not supposed to, or castles aren't supposed to be permanent settlements. They're supposed to be strategic places. You really can't build things with them because at the time, forts were literally just wooden boxes and a bit more. But you have many different routes you can take into the Amazon. I will mention that. You can take a boat, you can walk on land, if you're feeling brave. Here we have some Portuguese cities. Again, we know everything won't be in its correct, 100% correct position. None of us have great knowledge of South America. And here in actual Brazil, you have the Empire of Brazil. Now, again, I will state we have jumped the gun with this. Brazilian Revolution didn't start for 2 more years. But don't worry, you know, it's fine. It's fine. We just had to do a little bending because we know Brazil is going to be popular. So here we have a bunch of towns. And we have a nice river going down here in the middle of Brazil. And my favorite Brazilian town, Uberlandia. Yes, that is a real town in Brazil. But as you can see, we have the river, so it allows you to go pretty far inland if you want to take a boat for an invasion. Obviously, we have a bunch of other rivers coming up from the south around Buenos Aires. So there are many different routes you can take. Brazil is going to be a hard-to-defend area. Portugal is going to be very focused at the start of the game of maintaining their borders or even falling back and holding somewhere safer because it is going to be a nightmare for Portuguese. And Brazilians too if they eventually take Portugal. But as you can see, we have our nice forest, we have our flat plains, we have our little jungles, and we have a lake. It's a beautiful lake. Now again, I won't be showing the Amazon because the Amazon is secret. It's for you to discover. But you can kind of get a sense for it by looking in this area. It gives you a decent idea of what you'll be seeing, also known as trees and water and grass. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Remember to write in the comments below what you want to see next due to my suggestions. I have suggestions. You have to vote what I suggest. Sorry, there's 2 options. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this look at the Mapuche and Brazil. Like I said, remember to like, comment, subscribe, join the Lucium Discord for updates. Mythic out.